Museums and how they are run, exploring museum operations and the challenges in the 21st century. Presentation overview. Role of a museum. A museum plays many important roles, from preserving and exhibiting artifacts to educating and engaging with the public. Behind the scenes. Running a museum involves many different tasks, including acquiring and researching collections, curatorial work, and designing exhibitions. Challenges and opportunities. Museums face many challenges in an ever changing world, such as funding, changing technologies, and sustainability. But they also have many opportunities to innovate and adapt to new trends and ideas. The role of a museum. Preservation of cultural heritage. One of the primary roles of museums is to preserve and protect cultural heritage for future generations. This involves collecting, conserving, and exhibiting artifacts, documents, and objects of historical, scientific, and artistic significance. Exhibition and public display. Museums provide a unique space for public display and exhibition of objects and artifacts, allowing visitors to experience and engage with cultural heritage in a tangible and meaningful way. Education and outreach. Museums serve as educational institutions, providing opportunities for learning, research, and scholarship. They also engage in outreach and community programs to promote cultural awareness and understanding. Preservation and exhibition. Preservation of cultural artifacts. Preservation is a critical process that helps prevent deterioration of cultural artifacts over time. This includes measures such as controlling the environment and temperature, using appropriate storage materials, and employing proper handling and display techniques. Conservation and restoration techniques. Conservation and restoration techniques are used to repair and preserve cultural artifacts, including the use of chemical treatments, physical repairs, and digital restoration methods. These methods help to ensure that artifacts remain intact and accessible for future generations. Exhibition of cultural artifacts. Exhibition is an important method of sharing cultural artifacts with the public, but it also poses challenges in terms of display, interpretation, and representation. Museums must balance the need for accessibility and engagement with the need to respect and preserve cultural heritage. Education and outreach, guided tours and workshops. Museums offer guided tours and workshops that provide visitors with a unique and interactive learning experience, allowing them to engage with exhibits and artifacts in a more meaningful way. Digital platforms and social media. Museums use digital platforms and social media to reach wider audiences and engage with visitors beyond the physical museum space. These platforms allow for virtual tours, online exhibitions, and interactive educational content. Behind the scenes, collection acquisition. The process of acquiring new artifacts, specimens, and art pieces for a museum collection is a critical task. This key point description will explain the acquisition process of museum artifacts. Research. In order to properly understand the artifacts in a museum's collection, extensive research is conducted. This key point description will explain the research process of museum collections. Curatorial work and exhibitions. Museum exhibits are designed and curated with great care to communicate the intended message and meaning of the artifacts in the collection. This key points description will explain how museum professionals use curatorial work to communicate with the audience through exhibitions. Acquisitions and donations. Acquiring objects. Museums acquire objects through many different means, including donations, bequests, purchases, and loans. Each method of acquisition carries its own ethical and legal considerations that museums must take into account. Ethical and legal considerations. Museums must consider many ethical and legal factors when acquiring and accepting objects, including issues of provenance, authenticity, and cultural repatriation. Donor sponsor. Donors can support museums in many different ways, including through financial donations, loans of objects, and bequests. Museums rely heavily on donor sponsor to continue their important work. Curatorial work and research. Curatorial tasks and responsibilities. Curators are responsible for the research, documentation, interpretation, and exhibition design of museum collections. They must balance scholarship, public engagement, and institutional priorities to create exhibitions that are informative, engaging, and relevant to diverse audiences. Museum collections and interpretation. Curators play a crucial role in shaping and interpreting museum collections, providing context, insights, and narratives that enable audiences to engage with and appreciate the objects on display. Challenges faced by curators. Curators face a number of challenges, including limited resources, changing social and political contexts, and the need to balance scholarly rigor with public accessibility and engagement. Challenges and opportunities. Financial sustainability. Museums face challenges in the 21st century due to cuts in funding and budgeting. However, they can explore new financial models such as crowdfunding and partnerships with private businesses to ensure their financial sustainability. Adapting to the digital age. Museums need to adapt to the evolving social and technological landscapes by incorporating digital experiences, such as virtual tours and interactive exhibits, into their offerings to engage new audiences. Community engagement. Museums have the opportunity to contribute to the cultural and educational landscape of their communities by engaging with local stakeholders and creating exhibits that reflect the diversity of their audiences. Funding and budgeting. Sources of funding. Museums rely on a mix of funding sources such as government grants, private donations, endowments, and earned income. Balancing financial stability with mission and values. Museums must balance their financial stability with their mission and values. Social and technological change. Adapting to social and demographic trends. Museums need to adapt to changing social and demographic trends, such as increasing diversity and changing visitor expectations, in order to remain relevant and engage new audiences. Using technology to enhance visitor experiences. Museums are using technology to enhance visitor experiences and reach new audience. This includes using digital media and virtual reality to create immersive exhibits and interactive displays. Conclusion. Museums are vital cultural institutions that play a crucial role in preserving and promoting our history, art, and science, providing opportunities to gain a deeper appreciation of the challenges and opportunities museums face in the 21st century. Thank you.